Alrighty, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Not sure what I'm doing today. Zach's in the house today. I called him in early. We got the LS motor off the trailer. That took a little bit of rigging going on. It's very windy here today, but there's no snow out front. So what we're doing is, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the engine out of the chassis. Hopefully have no issues with it. You can go on YouTube and watch me drop it if you like. I've dropped it on the car. But anyways, we're going to take it out without dropping it this time. What's going to happen is I'm just going to pull the radiator out of it, unhook the hose. The motor mounts are pretty well licked on, or they're not tied in right now. And what's going to happen is I'm going to take this chassis and get it outdoors and leave it out there for a bit. We're going to pull the LS motor inside in the engine room. We're going to pull that in. We got the motor for Elvis. That's what I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to put in Elvis. Then we have the other Bugatti that we put together, and I'm sure I might stick that outdoors because this chassis is going over to the other side. I just said it going to the other side. Why does it have to go to the other side? Why couldn't I flip it right here and do all the work right here? Just kind of wondering, just kind of losing my brain here for a bit, but I have to get the LS motor in. I guess maybe we could flip it up on its side, but basically what I want to do is I want to get the engine out of this thing so we can tear it apart so I can finish it. I have to put the rack and pinion in this thing, and basically what I'll do, maybe what we'll do is we'll just turn it upside down and leave it right here for now. Maybe that's what I'll do, just leave it right here for now. But I got to get the LS engine inside. I think the LS engine seemed to be lighter than the regular 350s. It's kind of crazy. I think a lot of plastic, a lot of aluminum on them things. But alrighty, this is what we're going to do. Let's take the radiator out of it first. What I'm going to get you to do, Zach, is just hold the radiator while we hold the radiator. I'm going to. What I'll do is I'll unbolt it. I had a ratchet here somewhere. I thought I did. Look at that there, would you? There's the ratchet. I want to unhook the hose. Wow. All right. What's going to happen is I unbolt this. It's going to drop down on us, Zach. So I just want you to just keep your hand on it, I guess. It's been a while since I've taken this thing apart. I don't really know exactly everything that's going on. Oh, there we go, just like that. I must have welded them nuts on. I'm a good boy. Welded them nuts on the other side. See that? So it's going to be easy to put back together. All right, cool. You got to hold that. Now we're going to pull this off. Right on. We'll take this over here. Oh, I got it.
Got it?
I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm just going to sit this over here. This radiator come out of a Jaguar, so it should be fine with that engine. Exact same engine, what it came in. Should be the exact same one. I'm going to put these bolts with the radiator because that's where they were. I'm going to pull the jack out. Pull the jack out. Zach, I'll get you to put the engine stand together. I'm going to pull the jack. I'm going to pull it out this way. I'm going to take it. Nope, I'm going to leave it because we're going to need it. We're going to need it. Let's get this pulled back. Pull that back. Put the legs in it. I've got a stabilizer here. Hello, Fina. Hello, Fina. So we're on teardown. And basically what I'm saying is I've got most of it in place. Just mulling it over in my brain. You want to make sure that you have it mocked up before you start tearing it apart. I don't think I have much more to do with the engine. Thinking that the engine is mounted. It's got a transmission mount. The rear end's in place. So we're just going to end up tearing it apart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the engine. I'm going to re-detail it. It's not where I want it to be for Jolene's car. It's not detailed the way I want it to be detailed. And I knew that before. But basically, we got a few things we want to do to it. I want to change the valve covers on it. I'd like to have the aluminum ones that have no ribs in them. That's what I'd like to have. Have to check out Bernie. Maybe he's got something. I'm hoping that we can get in far enough with the with the jacks where they are. I like that this engine has the chrome pieces, or the pieces on top, so we can pick it up. I'm hoping that works. We can adjust it with a wrench on the end here, whether it lays back or up or down. We're just going to pick it up, pull it back, and set it down. We'll throw something over top of it. The air ride has been disconnected on the front. We're held up with jack stands right at the present moment. I robbed Peter to help Elvis. What I did is I robbed Peter to pay Paul. I took off the air chuck on the air ride, so it's not working anymore. We're going to peel all this stuff off the front. We're going to peel the rear end out of it, peel the transmission mount out of it. Everything's going to be welded, ground, cleaned. We have all new brakes to go on the front, so we're going to have to clean the spindles or clean the brake system off. We will grind and clean and fix, and maybe we will do a little bit of everything to make sure it's at where it's at. We're going to probably find a nice day. I don't know if today could be the day, who knows, that we take the chassis outside and sandblast it and get it. Won't be today. I got the rack and pinion to put on. So the next day or two, I'll be trying to make the rack and pinion fit. But basically, we're going to tear it apart. We're going to tear it apart. So it's order of operations, I guess. Order of operations. There was Johnny said something about the mount on the hood of Elvis. I'll let Zach get that up in the air. On this part here, I had to think about it because it was an idea. Mount this piece to the hood, drop it down, and then make the mount for the bottom of it. Well, I thought about that, and I could not do that because I would not be at the right spot. Like this, I need a bracket up in there that's probably 3 or 4 inches. If I mounted that right there now and just dropped it down and mounted it, then I'd have to mess with all this piece. I want this shaft only sticking out to make it look cleaner, that's all. Now that I get looking at it, I think I'd like to weld the holes up in this because it would make it a lot cleaner, And all I have to do is clean the primer off and weld a piece of metal in each one of those and clean it off. And that probably will happen. I'm hoping, this is what I'm hoping, the LS motor we've got outside, I'm hoping it stays underneath the louvers. I'm hoping. We'll see what happens. And if it does not, you know what, we'll hang the louvers up or whatever. I've got the LS motor outside in the wind, and we're really trying to get things moved around here. Can you push it in there, Zach? I'm hoping we can get in far enough. We in? You're not going to get that?
No.
Tilt it ahead a little bit if you can.
Pardon me?
Just tilt it ahead, pick it up, pick the ass into this, pick it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. Now, start jacking. Just go slow. Just jack. Go ahead. Jack away. Just jack her up. Go ahead. Keep jacking. Just keep an eye on it. That's all. It's probably going to slide them in a bit. Yeah. Go. Good deal. Yeah. As long as it don't. No, jack's fine. Keep going.
Go.
Yep. Okay, rest. Keep going. Coming off the front. Alrighty. I'm going to wind I'm going to wind this a little bit here. I'm going to get a wrench and wind that. I'm not sure what size that is. It's not 13. There's a wrench right there. I just want to check it, see if it is. Nope. Not at all. Just going to get a wrench. Trying to take off the torque converter on the. Trying to take the torque converter off the LS motor out there, and I have not got a metric wrench in the house. It's all new. It's all new for me. All new. Look at that now, would you? Now, which way am I going to wind that? That banging the ass end up, is it?
So what's that do?
I'm just leveling it out just so it picks the ass and you get the front lifted up. Just seeing it pick the, yeah, it's picking it, yeah, it's picking it up. Just leveling the engine out so when we pick it up, it takes it all. There we go.
Okay.
You jack her up, man. Just go, yep. Just kind of jack it. Not too jerky, just, yep, you're going for it. And we're going to have to get it up over the cross member for the radiator, and then we can pull it back.
I think we're almost clear.
Almost clear?
Yeah.
Just a little bit further.
Yep.
All right, let's pull. You want to get on the back side of it and see if you pull on it a little bit. We want to get it right back if we can, all the way. Yep, just go slow. We're clearing everything, are we, Zach? Can you see underneath of it? Clearing everything?
Oh, hold on, you gotta, there, right there.
Now, you're gonna have to get up over that plywood if possible. Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, you just keep pulling her back, man.
Hold up.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep. All right. Don't rock it. There we go. All right. All right, what I want, just a second. I'm going to let this down. You want to come hold the engine? Just come hold the engine straight. Just come hold the engine.
Yep.
Just going to let it down a little bit. Let it down the ground, that way there.
Is this a 6-cylinder?
6-cylinder, yeah.
Transmission's on the floor.
Cool. All right. We have no ride in the front, so we have the jack stands underneath the front. I'm thinking that I'd like to get the LS motor in here, and I can't get it inside the door. I'm just kind of thinking maybe we will take this outside. I have to make, these mounts have to be removable. These are the brackets I put in for the rack and pinion, so I know the rack and pinion just goes up against this. They're not exactly where they got to go. The stuff has to be all finished being welded. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to take this jack. In order to get the LS engine in, we're going to have to take the chassis out, I'm thinking. I'm going to leave that engine right there for now. I think that's fine for that right now, but there's an LS engine outside. I want to bring it out. I'm thinking, yeah, we may as well move that outdoors. There's no need for it to be indoors. So basically what I'm going to do is I'll get the jack underneath the front. Made up my mind. Let's see if we can pick the front of this. I just want to move these jack stands out a little bit. Just move them out a little bit. Leave them in where they're at. So you're going to pick up your side. And I'm going to pick up my side and just move your jack stands out a little bit. Nope, just leave them in there. Leave it in there. Let it down. There we go. Just want to be able to get the jack in there, that's all. Okay, we're gonna take this outdoors. My mic. That's basically what's going on there. I just want to pull that up. Pull that out. So basically, you're just watching us move things around so we can get situated. We're going to open these doors here. It's going to get windy. Let's get our jacket on. It's going to be cold. And what's going to go on is I'm going to put the rack on and make sure I get that universal joint inside inside that and make sure it works. That's what I got to do. These things here were for another engine, so I got to cut these off and get that cleaned up. I got to get it turned upside down. Basically, I'm just wondering if I shouldn't just strip it apart right here and throw it up against the wall. Or it'd be nicer over there. We'll open the doors up, we'll take it outdoors. And we'll bring once we strip it down over there, we'll bring all the pieces over here.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. So we cut a couple doors, we're going to open up here. And then we'll side. Hope my jacket is not effective.
I unplugged it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this one on.
Okay, you're gonna put a
Windproof.
windproof thing on so the wind don't affect it all, I guess. All right, let's get this. Get a pin at the top of that. Let's maybe. Let's move this engine. Just push it out that way a little bit.
With me?
Yep. Good. There for now. Good. Go with that. Push this back against the door so this is closed. See if we can open it up. Alright, you're going to pull on that. And we're going to try to get it out that way. It's a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. It's nice and cold and all that sort of stuff. But don't pull off the jack if possible. You want to go ahead, pull her right there. Can you pick her up and pull her over that way? We want a little more. Let's go a little further. Yeah, that's good. Over a little further, you can. I know you can. Move the back. It's a little bit hillbilly, but you know what? It's got to be done to get done what we need to get done. All right, Zach, let's try to put this engine in. This jack. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the door for now. The front or the back? What do you want, front or back?
You pick. I'll take the back.
Yeah.
Or is this the front?
I'm gonna actually just. Let's pull it in. You can steer somewhat. You're steering. You're getting steering in. I'm gonna get a piece of metal. Put it underneath here. Piece of wood. Yeah, piece of metal. Just to put underneath. I'll come up over that little piece of cement. Got my clickers on today. All right.
Ready?
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. And that. I guess we can deal with that anytime, I think. I think what we're going to do is... Just kind of wondering if I should just bring that back in here and strip it right here. I got a transmission I want to bring in, Zach. move this for a second. We'll back in. We'll take the hood off the green car and pull it out. Come on in. We're going to pull this ahead. Take this out, I think. Snip the hood off it. Hood's just tacked on it, sitting on there. Prime the steering wheel up when we did that stuff, just for, just so we can paint it. Can't prime if we don't paint or prime it. Can't paint if we don't prime it. Fina's outside acting like she needs to be indoors for some reason. Got our wrap. This is the wrap that Jolene had bought for the window. It's the wrap right there. Got it for the window, so that we've got that stuff. Let's just push this stuff ahead. Got some major cleaning to do. That's how it goes. This is the stuff you have to go through sometimes. Alright, Zach, let's push this car ahead.
Towards the paint room?
Towards the paint room. You watch your side and I'll watch my paint, I'll do the front. Just push it ahead. And, should be good to get the car, should it not?
Looks good.
Looks good?
Looks good.
Alrighty. I'm going to take off things that I need inside.
Let me take the right stuff off.
Just take it. Just take it.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah, just leave it there. No, that's good. Grab me the zip cut up front there, will you, Zach, please?
You got it.
Extension cord is up on front of it. What I'm gonna do is zip the hood off. I got the hood on this. I'm gonna zip it off before we throw it outdoors. There's so much stuff. But we have to move things to get things done. What we'll do is we'll bring the chassis over and we'll do the chassis over here where we can take all the front end and the rear end and stuff and put it over here, give us a little bit of room. Thank you. I don't know what all this stuff is for, but here it is. Our glasses. I'm going to get you to hold the hood for me as I zip this off. There are 2 little spots of weld.
Sure.
We're going to take the hood off. I get a pair of. Is there a pair of grips on the other side?
You want me to take these off?
I do. Okay. Wheel is off. Someone did weld it on good enough, and that would be me. I'll take the blame for that. Just gonna get you to move that plexiglass.
Sure.
Just take it over the other side over there where we get all the room. And that way there we can just, yeah, we gotta be careful about, step up on that, step up on that. Step up on it. You don't have to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna snip the hood off of this. Where's that little block I was looking for? I do have a block! I do. Alright. Repair those in, that's not going anywhere, it's all going on there. I just don't want this car does not need to be inside. It can get rusty, it can do whatever it wants to do. Does not need to be inside. I'm going to snip the hood there back. So we're going to, it's quite flimsy. So what I'll get you to do is I'll get you to stand at the front and hold like this. Because it kind of just goes in the side and I'll snip it and then I'll get from the back and then we'll take it off. Well, you'll say that until it folds up like an accordion. And then you'll say, wow, this is a...
I'll learn my lesson.
cord there behind you. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna. This is quite a bit. This is.
Oh, that's neat.
That won't stop us. Alright. What I'm gonna say is, stand up. Can you stand up my way? Stand it up. My way?
Stand up?
Yep. Probably the easiest thing to do right there.
So are those?
Keep Elvis up. I'll leave that like that. Now we're going to try to slide this car out. Outside she goes. Outside she goes. Run this back there. There's a couple. What can I say? I'm going to go outside for a second. I'm going to see there's a couple things outside here so I can, before I open the doors. The torque converter there. Let's go clean that torque converter. We'll bring that indoors on this side. And then we'll go from there. There it is. You coming out, sweetheart? You staying inside? Okay, coming out. Got all this stuff to take inside yet. Yep. We'd never be able to open the door. It's a hard thing to change things around. It takes time. It takes time. Bought the engine. He even had the mounts to change it over. Awesome. Excellent. Excellent. Some of this plastic is probably not going to be used, but we'll bring it inside for now, just because we have it. And there it is. That cinder block can be used to hold the door open there, Zach. Just leave it right amongst there somewhere. I'm going to. You want to pull the pin on the inside of the door and I'll open them up?
Yep.
She's windy. Got it? Alrighty. Hold that door back. Hold it and don't take off. It'll take off. The reason it'll take off because it's windy. Wonder if we can get that in there. Bring this out. Don't know what I'm doing yet. If we can take that, bring this out, and scoot it in that hole, then we'll take that front end and bring it over, and we'll try to get the chassis in.
Okay.
Get on the back side of it, please.
Are we on the back?
On the back.
Okay. Tell me when you push.
Come ahead. Just go slow here. Hitting anything? Oh, we're hitting now. A second, pull back.
Pull back.
Pull back a little bit, yeah. Can you take the ass? Pull back.
Whoa.
The hood.
Yep.
Just pull this hood out of the way. Just pull that hood back. Slide that hood back. Hard thing to deal with. Hard thing to deal with. All right, I want to bring it over. I want to bring it over this way. Yeah,
Back to me.
That one Safety glasses on. Usually you have to pull that knob. Back a little bit further. One eye blue west and one eye blue east. Oh, yeah. Push. Pick it up. Going for it. Oh, a second. No bolts in this yet. Everything fits good. The hood I'm going to put somewhere else for now. There's no reason why this can't stay outdoors. Just watch the back, Zach. I'm going to pull this around. Push the back towards the. Gonna get a shovel, move a little bit of that ice. There's a shovel there, Zach. You can pick the shovel and scoop this off. Can you? Want this thing? Take that hood and put it on that side. Woo! What a mess! What a mess. This car laid outside for 3 or 4 years, and there's no reason why I can't lay outside again. Just gonna pull it ahead a little. Summertime sitting.
We'll push that some.
I'm just gonna put it in just so I can get through there. That should be great. We may as well take this piece of metal off when they blow off. Take my vice grips off and set them with not wood. There she go. It's a good looking car, isn't it? Good looking car. And there it sits. See what happens. All right, I'm gonna shut a couple doors here. I'm gonna take the hood. The hood over there, I guess. It's so hard to handle. That door's coming on. Just slide that door to me here. Just a second. I'm gonna put these doors together before they
And then put that.
come together. Oh, cord in there, but nope, right down the ground. Just like that. Not really interested in having a set of doors, but it is what it is, and that's what we do. Go ahead, sweetheart. Hasn't happened sometimes. The 48 or 49, the 40. Something to deal with it. It's quite something to deal with. Why does that not want to? That one folds in nicely. This one does not want to. So we got the engine in, we got the LS engine. I'm going to do a measurement real quick. This is what I'm going to do. 22 inches up top of that intake. 22 inches to the top of the intake. Thank you, Zach.
No worries, dude.
Yeah, shove that, just stick it down, shove it in the best you can. If not, it'll blow out. So basically what I'm doing right now is just trying to get things cleaned up and get things going. Wow, it's going to be some close. It says, doesn't say 22, that's for sure. It says 21. It says 21, that says 22 over there. And then that's on top of the mount, so. These are, I think, to hold the top piece on. I'm not sure if them could be cut off or not. I'm not sure, but there's a, no, probably not. Anyways, that's what's going on. There's the mount there. I measured from the top of the mount. It's going to be some freaking close, that's what I'm going to tell you. But I'm hoping that we can get this underneath the louvers. All that wiring has got to come off. I don't know much about this engine yet. I don't know much about it at all. Never ever dealt with one before. Ryan had bought the pieces that change the motor mount so that it goes right in the place of the 350. That's good. That's awesome. Why so many holes? Must be for different engines. But anyways, there's some holes in there that we can bolt these onto that allow. I think that's where it goes. This would go on here, I'd say. Bolts on there like that, which allows the motor mount to move forward. The oil pan looks right. The oil pan looks right. And that's as far as we've gone so far, but there's the mount right there that set it in place. We've got we got a two-wheel drive transmission there that takes, hooks on the back of it. It's quite a sight to look at it. It's quite, I don't know why we went to something so simple to something that looks like this, but it is what it is, and I'm thinking that it's going to take it down the road nice. and then we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. It's my first time, so that's basically what we're doing. So right now, I guess we're going to strip. We're going to strip. Hoping that didn't hurt them bags at all. I don't think it did. We're going to strip this down and take everything off it. All the control arms, the bottom control arms, the motor mounts. Flip it upside down, get the rack and pinion on it. I've got some work ahead of me, yes I do. But that's where we're at, and that's what we're doing. I might clean up this room over here after a little bit. I might clean this room up here and put that green car in here because it just bothers me outside, I think. I'm not sure. Does it bother you? Not really? Don't care? Doesn't matter. It's not going to really affect it any, that's for sure. But we can move this in here. We probably could get it in here. It's just that it would be, you know, it would junk it up quite heavy. Well, that's what we're doing today. And now we're just going to basically keep cleaning up and keep moving things. There's nothing more to show you other than moving things around. Basically, that's it. So you want to give away a hat or shirt? Last night's video went well. Everybody received it well. Yeah, it was a good idea about, you know, I'm going to have make sure if the battery goes dead, I'm going to have a system where I can hook into the power. Someone said what they say, a lighter?
Yeah.
Basically, that's what we're doing, moving things around, getting everything in place. We're going to strip down the Bugatti chassis and see if I can't get it done. That's what I am going to do. I'm going to get it done. There's going to be days of welding things together. I want to straighten this wheel exactly. I want to straighten that other wheel up. Oh, I straightened it out, I guess. We'll pull it back so we can. Have any comments, sweetheart? Just like that. Good. Good.
342.
What's that?
342.
342. 342 comments. I want to thank everybody. Keep coming back because we'll keep doing something. Fred Brothers. Thanks, Fred. What's the comment? I love your videos. Well, I love that you commented. You win a hat or a shirt of your choice. We appreciate it. We're basically just moving stuff around. We're going to be tearing things apart here in a bit on this chassis so I can hook up the rack and pinion on it. I'm going to continue working on this. Zach's in. Don't know what's going on right now. There's so much to do that I don't know where to go sometimes. But this is going to be ripped apart. We'll take all the pieces and we'll slide them over there in that spot over there. Finish welding the chassis up, welding all the pieces up. And then there's going to be a day of sandblasting and getting primer on it, just like that. There was a question, I thought there was a question, somebody said, why do you guide coat the underneath of the trunk lid? Well, we did a little bit of body work underneath the trunk lid. We did the lines underneath. And basically, you should guide coat everything if you're sanding it and painting it. And the reason being is the guide coat tells you whether you've got any scratches or picks or anything like that. And if you have eyes like mine, sometimes that helps. Like I'm getting to that age where the eye change. If you have a guide coat on it, then you're not missing anything, basically. And for that, it's worth it. Just a guide coat, no matter if you're doing underneath the trunk lid. You know, you look underneath the trunk lid, you got a big scratch in it. Well, you could have got it with a guide coat. It would have been just simple to sand a little bit more. Basically, that's it. Yeah, Fred, you've won a shirt or a hat of your choice. Just get a hold of Jolene, and that's what we'll do. So we're going to get this chassis up in the air, start ripping everything off, get it upside down, get the rack on it, and go from there. See you later, everybody. Moving day.